Sup? This is Alex Chu coming at you with another episode. This episode, I want to talk about why, the Falun Dafa, the Chinese, the Chinese Falun Dafa stuff. That stuff is fake shit. Because of a prophecy that recently just fulfilled. I just want to talk about that. But before I talk about that, I want to tell you, my name is Alex Xu. I'm the guy who invented physical mortality rings. These are rings that you put on your small fingers during sleep. You wear them, you don't age anymore. You become physically immortal. For example, I'm already 50, In about 2 months, about 2 months, I'll be 51, right? See, I still look, oh shit, almost. See, I still look pretty slim, right? My belly's really smooth. Don't have any wrinkles on my belly. Don't you can tell I don't work out. You don't see any people who work out, their belly it would be like they look like Superman suits or Batman suit. The 6-pack ab. See, I don't have none of that, right? If you go to my website, livemuchlonger.com, I have lots of testimonials on my website. Okay, most of them give me 4 stars and 5 stars. Those are Amazon customer reviews. So if you're interested, go to my website, livemuchlonger.com, livemuchlonger.com. Buy a pair of these rings. I only sell them for like $25, Yeah, today, Oh yeah, by the way, I don't know, man. I think a lot of people will lose their job because there's right now there's a federal vaccine mandate. You know, I thought when Biden became president, he said he won't, he's not going to have a vaccine mandate, but I guess he changed his mind. Now there's a federal mandate, right? You have to get a vaccine, or get a weekly COVID test, or else you're gonna get fired, or you can't go to school. Holy shit, man! I'm telling you, man, that's 666 right there, man. Shit, that's the mark of a beast right there. Hey, but today I want to talk about. There's this ancient prophecy, Chinese prophecy, talking about 3 Chinese characters can save the whole world. 3 Chinese characters and 3 laws that can change the whole world. When China's map looked like a chicken, a golden chicken, it has just recently fulfilled, But anyway, today I still have to show you graphs and pictures, photos, so you know what I'm talking about. Well, enjoy. Yeah, today I want to talk about, the cults. It's Falun Gong, right? Or some people call it Falun Dafa. It was started by a man named Li Hongqi in 1992 in China, right? And later on it was banned, And then Li Hongqi escaped. I think now he lives in the United States or something. But anyway, this cult is totally fake. I have proof though. I have proof today. I'm gonna prove to you why this cult is totally fake. Okay. Where this Falun Dafa, okay, is famous for its 3 letters. I mean 3 characters. It's you see this graph right here? It's 真善人. It means truthfulness, compassion, and forbearance, right? These are the 3 characters, okay? And it has like 3 practices. I also said we have 3 practices, 3 types of Tai Chi, Kung Fu, and shit like that, whatever, okay? You know where this whole thing came from? Okay, this whole thing actually came from a prophecy. It's a Chinese prophecy. It's called a push plaque diagram. It's called 推背图, Well, too bad this is not very famous in Western culture, This is not famous at all in Western society. So it doesn't matter. It's called push plaque diagram. Like there's like a tombstone. It's not a tombstone, but then it's like a plaque. It's like a stone plaque, and then somebody pushes it. I'm not going to tell you why it's called that, but anyway, in this stone plaque prophecy, okay, there's Mila Buddha is the final Buddha that's gonna come. In this Chinese prophecy, there's three saints. Okay, Mila Buddha is one of the saints. There's actually three saints in this prophecy. Okay, Mila Buddha said, I'm going to reincarnate into the world, okay, and I'm going to give people the three characters and three laws. Okay, the Falun Gong people call them the three practices. See, I'm gonna reincarnate into the world, and I'm gonna give everybody my own three characters and three laws. And these three characters and three laws will make all of the religion. It will gather all of the religions in the world and make them into one religion. If I don't succeed, I will never ever come back to heaven. Okay, and then the prophecy kept saying that uh, in China, okay, that time in China, there's a lot of faithful man and fair lady that will worship the three characters and the treasure of Buddha, you know. And then it was saying, and then one of the gods asked the Mila Buddha, okay, when you reincarnate into the world, what would it be like? Okay, who's there and stuff like that. And then Mila said the first saint somebody would be Lao Jun, some guy called Lao Jun. That's one of the gods of China. Okay, he's the North Star God. He said the first saint is the North Star God. The second saint is me, Mila Buddha. Okay, it's me, Mila Buddha. And then the third saint is Confucius. Okay, third saint would be Confucius. And then this prophecy kept saying that China will one day become like a golden chicken. It says China one day, okay, the shape of China would be like a golden chicken. And it will have two legs to stand on. And then it kept saying that there's a reason why God made China a golden chicken that loses one of its legs. And then it says a place called Tai. They don't cooperate. And then it says, if you want to unite the entire China, all the bad people must die. And then the prophecy says that it's very specific. It said in the year of the pig, okay, the year of the pig, right? There's going to be a virus. There's going to be a outbreak. There's going to be virus. It didn't say where, but it says basically all the Chinese will be affected by this virus. Uh, it says that will happen in the year of the pig, and then it said the year of next year, 2022. It said the year of the tiger, year year of tiger, year of rabbit, year of dragon, and year of snake. There's going to be huge change to the whole world. Everyone's going to be affected. And after that, if you come out of that judgment, the years, the big scary judgment years, which is from the year of the tiger until the year of the snake, okay, then you be okay. Then you're gonna receive all sorts of powers and shit like that. You're gonna receive power. You're gonna have very very long life and shit like that. Okay. This prophecy was written in Ming Dynasty. Okay, in the Chinese Ming Dynasty. I'm talking about like this was written in 1300s. You know, you talking about like 600-700 years ago. Somebody wrote this shit. You know, Liu Bowen. His name is Liu Bowen. He's like the advisor of the king, advisor of the first emperor of the Ming Dynasty. Okay, and the Falun Gong, that whole Falun Gong religion came from this prophecy. The reason is because, you know, they say, oh, we have, oh yeah, I forgot to mention. And then Mila Buddha said his last name would be Li. You know, when he reincarnate to Earth and become one of the saints, his last name would be Li. Okay, he wrote that in this prophet. It was written in this prophecy. You know, see, though you can see the whole Falun Gong thing is based on this prophecy because uh, Mila Buddha said, you know, I'm going to, when I go to Earth, I'm going to bring my own 3 characters and 3 laws, right? And then you see the Falun Gong, they have those 3 characters, right? They call it, you know, truthfulness or compassion and forbearance, whatever, you know. And then you know, because it says the prophecy said, oh, also the prophecy said, so everyone in China, all the women and men, they will worship the 3 character and the treasured Buddha. Okay, so they, in the Falun Gong, you know, treasured Buddha is basically the wheel, you know, the wheels of Buddha. Actually, Ezekiel, it's the same thing as Ezekiel chapter 1. Okay, if you read Ezekiel chapter 1, Ezekiel also saw something like that. It's like wheels within the wheel, and there's a lot of eyes on the wheels, you know. Ezekiel chapter 1 talk about this Buddha wheel. And then Revelation 4 also talk about this wheel. Somebody saw a man sitting inside a throne, right? Sitting on the throne. There's like 4 animals full of eyes and got wheels. And see, that came from Ezekiel chapter 1. Daniel also saw something like that. Daniel chapter 7, he also saw the Ancient of Days, you know, with the wheels of fire and shit like that, you know. But anyway, this prophecy says that, oh, the Buddha, the 3 characters, everybody in China will worship the 3 characters and the wheel of Buddha, you know. That's the reason why you see this Falun Gong, they have, Li Hongqi also designed this stupid looking wheel, you know. You see this Falun Gong flag? Li Hongqi also designed something like that. And so call it the wheel of Buddha and whatever, you know. You know what? This prophecy did not fulfill until COVID-19 appeared. You understand? Yeah, China does look like a chicken. Okay, right now China does look like a chicken. The reason is because, you know, what happened is Chiang Kai-shek, okay, I think it was 1947 or 1946. He has been scammed by Stalin. Stalin told Chiang Kai-shek, hey, if you allow the outer Mongolia to declare independence, okay, if you allow outer Mongolia to declare independence, then I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you win the war. I'm not going to help Mao Zedong anymore. I'm going to help you. You know, and Chiang Kai-shek really believed him. And Chiang Kai-shek allowed the people in outer Mongolia to cast a vote, you know, to cast a vote, referendum, you know, and then they, of course, they cast a vote to declare independence from China, right? And when outer Mongolia has declared independence, you know, China, the shape of the map of China start to look like a chicken, you know. So that's where this prophecy came from. This prophecy say China will become a golden chicken. I mean, it says that the map of China will look like a golden chicken. And then guess what? Chiang Kai-shek, he lost the civil war, right? He escaped to Taiwan. And when communist China took over China, their flag is red and yellow, right? 5 yellow stars on the red background, right? See, yellow plus red is orange, right? See, in Chinese, orange is also gold, you know. The color of orange is also the color of gold, you know. That's the reason why China today is the golden chicken, you understand? Because it's the orange chicken is golden chicken, you know. So this prophecy totally fulfilled. And then the prophecy go on and say there's going to be a virus, you know. There's going to be a virus throughout entire China in the year of pig. Well, that totally fulfilled because that's 2019, you know. 2019 is the year of pig, right? And that totally fulfilled. And then it said after the virus appeared, okay, the 4 tough years is the year of the tiger until the year of snake, which is 2022 until 2025. These 4 years would affect the entire world. These 4 years would affect the entire world. And so I think that's the reason why, okay, the Falun Dafa, you know, they see, okay, golden chicken appeared, you know, golden chicken appeared. And then Falun Dafa started like what, in 1992? That was a long time ago. I mean, yeah, that's like 30 years ago, right? Isn't it? And that's the reason why they train their followers, you know, Chinese stupid kung fu shit, you know, that Tai Chi Chuan shit, you know, to protect themselves from, I don't know, from virus, I guess, protect themselves from virus so they don't get sick and all that shit. Because this prophecy specifically said in the year of the pig, there's going to be virus, you know. Virus would spread throughout the whole world. People would be affected. A lot of people will die. It says like only 10% of people will survive. That's exactly what it said. It said like 10% of people will survive. And then it says, and then of course Buddha Mila said, "Oh, I'm going to bring to this whole world 3 characters and 3 laws." And you know what? This did not fulfill, you know, until today. Okay, I know Falun Dafa. They say, "Oh, it's our 3 characters. It's our 3 Chinese characters, right? Truthfulness, whatever, you know, compassion, forbearance, whatever." But you know what? This didn't. This 3 character is the most important thing. Okay, this did not fulfill until today. Now it fulfilled. Okay, let me tell you why. Because of Xi Jinping. You know, because of Xi Jinping, this 3 character prophecy finally fulfilled. You know why? Because his name Xi Jinping came out of a it's a Chinese 3 characters classic. Okay, it's a Chinese book, 3 characters classic. See, it's difficult for me to make this video because Westerners don't understand anything about Confucius. Okay, see, Confucius, he lived like what 2,300 years ago. After he died, okay, his followers. Well, he's not a cult leader. He's basically when he, you know, 2,300 years ago. Okay, China was nobody knew how to read and write. Most people did not know how to read and write, and people don't have any manners. You know, people don't understand laws. The people, peasants, they don't have any manners. You know, and Confucius, you know, he said, you know what, I'm gonna teach everyone how to read and write. Okay, I mean, all you have to do is give me like some dry meat. You just bring me like a pound of dry meat, and I'll teach you how to read and write. So he became very famous. You know, back in the days, he became famous throughout the entire China because he's the one who promoted education. He's the first guy who promoted education in China. Back in the days, if you want education, you got to be a noble. You got to be wealthy, very, very wealthy, in order to know how to read and write. You know, but then he promoted free education for everyone. He said, doesn't matter if you're poor or rich, doesn't matter your background, doesn't matter your status. I'll teach you how to read and write. You know, so he became very famous. And after he died, his followers, right, worship him like a god. You know, and then they wrote books. They wrote they wrote this book called 3 Characters Classic. Okay, to commemorate, Confucius. It's basically the three characters classic is about Confucius teaching and, small, short stories of Confucius, right? In three characters classic, it's like every sentence has only three characters. For example, the first few sentences is 人之初，性本善，性相近，习相远，苟不教，性乃坚. Like that, it's like three characters. What, bam, 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 like that. And you know what? The right now the chairman Xi Jinping, right? His name came directly out of the three characters classic. I'm talking about the very. Everybody know 人之初，性本善，性相近，习相远. Everybody know at least the first four sentences. Everybody knows it. Even little kids, even 5-year-old kids in China, everyone know these at least the first four sentences. Everybody. I don't know one Chinese person that never heard of the three characters classic. At least the the first four sentences. Xi Jinping's name came out of that. And the 人之初性本善，性相近。You see this, the first one, right? 习相远, and then last name Xi is on his first name is on the third sentence, and then his last name is on the fourth sentence. And guess what? This is not it. His little brother's name is Xi Yuanping. Okay, his brother's name is also on this three characters classic. His brother's last name, of course, right, is on the fourth sentence. Xi, right? The last name is Xi on the fourth sentence. His brother's first name, Yuan, is also on the fourth sentence of this three characters classic. And guess what? That's not it. His father's name, his father is Xu Zhongxing. His father's he was also a Chinese official, very famous Chinese official who used to rule. He's a governor of Canton. Governor of Canton. Like during Deng Xiaoping's era. Also during Mao Zedong's era, he was also a very high class official in China. His father's name also came out of this three characters classic. Actually, his father's name, Xu Zhongxing, the Zhong, right? That's the Confucius name. Confucius' name is Kongqiu Zhongni. See that Zhong? It's the same thing, same character. And then his father's Chinese people back in ancient days. Chinese people usually have two different names. His first name is Xu Zhongxing. His second name is Xi Xiangjing. And that came directly out of the three characters classic. Xi Xiangjing, basically it's 人之初性本善，性相近， 习相远. He basically took two sentences, the third sentence and the fourth sentence, composed it together to make his name. 习相近 was taken directly out of the three characters classic. And now Xi Jinping is the chairman of China, right? And that fulfilled the three characters. The Mila Buddha said, when I come, I'm going to bring the three characters and three laws. And when this happens, all the religions in the world will become one. And then it will save humanity. It will save mankind. If I don't succeed, I will not return to heaven. And you see the Falun Dafa, they say, oh, we have the three characters, right? They made that shit up, man. What fucking three characters? They made that bullshit up. The three characters, three laws is a prophecy. You understand? You cannot just make up some bullshit. You cannot just take three characters and say, oh yeah, this is it. I fulfilled a prophecy, or hurrah, I fulfilled a prophecy because I got three characters. No. Xi Jinping fulfilled this prophecy because everyone in China know the three characters classic. Everybody knows it. If you're Chinese, you don't know this three characters classic, you gotta be a retard. You gotta be a fucking, like, there's something wrong with your brain. If you don't know three characters classic, you're not Chinese, you know. Everybody know the four sentences, at least the first four sentences of the three characters classic. So when Xi Jinping become, you know, the ruler of China, this prophecy fulfilled. You understand? And then the three laws. Basically, actually, the three laws is talking about the three saints, you know, because Mila Buddha said the first saint is the god of the North Star. Okay. See, in okay, in European or an American, it's probably the Antichrist. Okay, I'm very sure it's the Antichrist. And the second saint is the Mila himself. You know, Buddha Mila himself. That's Jesus. That must be Jesus. And then the third saint is Confucius himself. That must be Xi Jinping. You know, Confucius. That must be Xi Jinping. That must be the Shakyamuni, the reincarnation Shakyamuni, because Shakyamuni, it's like Shakyamuni lived 2,500 years ago, right? And then he also promised that he will be back exactly 2,500 years later. When he comes back, he will become the wheel turning saint, the wheel turning monarch. See, that's the reason why this Li Hongqi guy, he said, oh, we have it. We have the turning wheel. That's the reason why you see this. He designed this flag, right? He designed this Falun Gong flag with this wheel turning shit, you know. The real wheel turning, you know, this treasure, this turning wheel thing is the Chinese emblem. Okay, you see the Chinese Communist emblem? This is what Ezekiel saw. This is Ezekiel chapter 1. He saw this. Revelation, St. John, he also saw this. In Revelation 4, he also saw this. Daniel 7, Daniel also saw this, you know. You see, there's exactly 4 wheels in this Chinese emblem, right? And then the outer wheels are, it's made of wheat and rice. You know, there's 2 layers. First outer layer is the wheat, inner layer is the rice. And it has lots of eyes. You see lots of eyes? They're not really eyes, they are buds, you know, wheat buds, rice buds. And then there's 2 other wheels in the middle. It's a cogwheel. It's basically, you know, the little wheel, it's cogwheel, right? And there's another wheel inside, and those are the 4 wheels that Ezekiel saw. You know, Ezekiel also saw 4 angels surrounding the throne, right? See, that's the Chinese 5 stars, you see? And then Ezekiel said, oh, everything looks like fire. They look like brimstone fire, yellow, red, whatever. See, that's the Chinese color. And wheel turning monarch. He when he comes, he is supposed to become a king, and he needs this wheel. Without this wheel, he's not a wheel turning monarch. And how come it's a wheel turning monarch? Because if you look at his Chinese emblem, right? You see that little cogwheel in the middle. A cogwheel is a gear, right? It's a gear. The purpose of a gear is to turn other wheels. Am I right? A cogwheel is to turn other cogwheels. So this is a turning wheel. A wheel turning other wheels. So Xi Jinping is the true wheel turning monarch, you know. And yeah, it's amazing, you know. So basically, Xi Jinping is the guy who fulfilled the 3 character, okay, the 3 characters and 3 law. The 3 law is actually the 3 saints, you know, because in Chinese it's like these 3 saints, they all have a different law. Basically means teaching, you know. The first saint, he's the god of the North Star. He's a Taoist. He's a Taoist. So that's one law, right? A law is also a practice. A practice is also a teaching. He's a Taoist. He's the first law. Second saint is the Mila Buddha. He's Buddha, right? He's Buddhist, right? So that's the second. That's the second law, you know. And then the third law is the Confucius himself. Confucius, he teaches his Chinese traditional teaching, right? Yeah. But basically, this is also another thing is Li Hongqi. Why he believes that he's Buddha, because Mila Buddha said, when I reincarnate into the world, my last name would be Li, you know. So I guess that's the reason why Li Hongqi start to think, oh yeah, then I'm Buddha, I'm it. And then he invented his 3 words, right, 3 characters, and then his 3 practices. But then his practices teach people how to do the Chinese Tai Chi. What the fuck? That shit is gonna protect me from virus? I don't think so, you know. But anyway, and it says, and the prophecy said, the golden chicken will stand on 2 legs. If you look at a map of China, okay, the 2 legs is supposed to be Taiwan and Hainan Island, you know. And it says the chicken is right now losing 1 leg, you know, because Taiwan does not want to reunite with China, right? But then, if you want to reunite, all the bad people should die. All the bad people have to die, you know. And see, that's the reason why Li Hongqi started this. How he got banned from China is what happened is somebody criticized him. You know, somebody criticized his cult on the Chinese Xinhua newspaper. You know, and what he did is he and his followers, right? They surrounded the presidential palace. You know, they went to Beijing. They surrounded presidential palace. Like 70,000 people surrounded the palace. You know, and then that time Jiang Zemin was the president, right? And Jiang Zemin said, no, 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 let's. Jiang Zemin said, hey, please go back. You know, and Jiang Zemin also gave him provide buses. You know, provide buses to send everybody back home. You know, free of charge. And then I don't know, a month or 2 months later, somebody complained again. Somebody wrote about them again on the newspaper. They didn't like what they wrote, and then they surrounded the presidential palace again. And then Jiang Zemin said, fuck this shit, man. I'm gonna ban this goddamn cult. You know, they cannot keep on surrounding my palace. You know, and then they banned the cult. You know, but you can tell that the Li Hongqi, he thinks that, oh, if China and Taiwan wants to unite, right? If China and Taiwan wants to unite, then all the bad people should die. So Li Hongqi thinks that the Communist Party is the bad people. You know, the Communist Party they have to be overthrown in order for Taiwan and China to reunite. You know, that's the reason why. That's the reason why they banned this motherfucker in China. You know, because they know what he wants. The Li Hongqi is not a good person. You know, the Chinese leader know exactly what he's thinking of, because they're not stupid. They know this motherfucker, he based everything on this prophecy here. You know, and now we see, oh, when Xi Jinping became the chairman of China, this 3 character fulfilled, this 3 character prophecy fulfilled, right? So the 3 laws, that's talking about the 3 saints, and Xi Jinping is one of the saints. He's Confucius himself, and then the other 2 saints are coming, right? Just like what I said, the Northern Star, the god of Northern Star, that's the Antichrist. Second is Mila, is Jesus, and then Xi Jinping is probably Aaron. He's the brother of Moses. Moses is also the Messiah. It's also the Antichrist. Moses is the Antichrist, and then see, that's the way when he's the first saint that appeared. When Xi Jinping appear, everybody is going to appear. And then this prophecy specifically said the 4 years, okay, the 4 critical years are, the year of tiger until the year of snake, which is 2022 until 2025. And then it specifically said virus would appear in China, in the year of the pig. You know, I wish I could. I wish people would know about this prophecy, but unfortunately, you have to know Chinese to know this shit. You know, where else? Nah, I don't see how you can. I don't see how you can know it. But you know why Falun Gong has those three characters, and then why they say, oh yeah, we have three practices, and then you look at their flag, you know that their ugly flag. Now you know why the flag looked like that. You know. But anyway, that's all I want to say for today. I'll see you guys later.